Have you ever heard about hydroponics? It is a way of growing plants without a soil. Instead of soil, plants are grown in water, which is enriched with nutrients. Did you know that here in Calabarzon, there is a place where you could harvest your own fresh lettuce and experience the urban farming?
And our hashtag for today, hashtag agritourism!
The person next to me is the macro manager of this farm, Dr. Rodrigo Abenes. Here with me is Dr. Rodrigo Abenes. He is the macro manager of this farm. His family is inclined with agriculture. He graduated at Adamson University and finished his doctoral degree at De La Salle University, Manila. Now he is teaching at Ateneo, and he is the Associate Dean in College of Graduate Studies and Teacher Education Research at the Philippine Normal University. Sir Rod, as for our first question po, what inspired you to get involved with hydroponics and urban farming? And what benefits do you see in these practices?
Actually, this is not just hydroponics. The system that we have is a sustainable farming. So the hydroponics is just accidental. It's because what we are trying to do right now is we are trying to solve a problem. And that is a problem in terms of food security. It's because during the pandemic, we know that there's a problem with regards to food. And right now, it's because of the growing population of the world. So there is also a global problem with regards to food security. And we decided to have some trials and models in terms of urban farming. It's because we need to have a food revolution. As a teacher and as an educator, I've realized that during the pandemic, our education and even our lifestyle is somehow vulnerable into and exposes gaps, and problems. It's because there is no sustainability. And the problem is that we were worried that time during the pandemic. It's because we were not that time capable of growing food. So it's because our educational system have taught us to be food consumers. So right now, what we are trying to do is we are somehow having a laboratory, and this kind of learning experiences will be later on shared to the public. And then after that, I as an educator, as involved into also the review of the curriculum of the Philippine education, we will be proposing as well that instead of educating our citizen to be a food consumer, we need our citizen to be food growers. So we last time I talked to some of the teachers, and I have said that we really need to integrate this type of integrated farming and sustainable farming in our curriculum, and that will be somehow an answer for the future.
Now, for the second question, Sir Rod, what type of crops do you grow here at Mount Panahaw, View-Deck?
Actually, we are growing different kinds of crops. So we have our leafy and also our flowers, as you can see here. These are hydroponically grown. But our flowers we are doing hydroponics during the early stages or the vegetative stage. So these are celosia. And also some of our flowers, these are still on trial. So we have our cosmos and also some of the edible flowers that we have. So what we are trying to do is we make it a plug and play, the model. So it's a soilless production of crops. So we don't use soil. What we use is we use media, and the media that we are using is we use coco peat.
Oh, okay.
And also for our potted plants, we use loam soil. We have our own loam soil that is composed of the coco peat because we wanted also to help our coconut farmers. So as you can see, we have different plants and also other vegetables here. So we are trying to in order to support the sustainability of the cycle of these crops is we are putting it into hydroponics first, and then after that we do the plug and play. Meaning to say, it's just like a cassette that you once you get a tape, and then after that you play it, so it's also like that. So we could just, for example, harvest something on it on the open field, and then later on we can plant immediately. Hydroponics is more of manageable in terms of the cycle.
Yes.
So for example, for an 80 for a 12 months, the lettuce would have actually 40 days. So meaning to say, okay na yung maka 12 cycle, or let's say 8 cycle in a year. But right now, since we have our model of programming our system, so we have already, this is already month of May, and this is the 6th month of the year, but we already have the 15 cycle.
Wow.
So that's why that's the way we manage, you know. So here, these are some of our models. So I think we are the first in the Philippines, you know, or maybe in the world,
Wow.
to have this kind of setup, you know. So meaning to say, people could see our lettuces while they are eating, you know. So because you cannot see any resto here in the Philippines that is like this, you know. What we are doing is, since we are promoting agritourism, and the in order for our customers and guests, you know, to be familiarized with the different crops, so that's why we are planting different varieties of lettuces. So we have this one, oak leaf, and then we have scamander, and also the green eyes.